second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Let me know if everybody can hear me.
Here we go.
Let me know that as well.
Now Brady throwing on second down. This one left side caught by Barrios. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Wide open receiver complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And a dump off to White. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. 1st and 10, here's Brady. And a dump off to White. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll run with White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. He lost 2 there. That's caught by Taylor. And certainly some style points
right there. He ran into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was
still a pretty good game.
Stuff that one for a loss.
7 there, but it
I think
brings
quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more
and
advantageous.
Gostkowski's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. That drive took him inside his 10 on 3rd down defensively. That's caught by Taylor. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot there after, but still a pretty good game. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4.
That feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And Gostkowski's kick is set to take the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and a punt. Good job defensively to hold them to 3.
I like how you did that. Give a little tip to the captain to stop turnovers there, because they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Big Ben and the Steelers. The results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had 2 drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
So you can't hang on. The Steelers with a first and 10 an expression at 25-yard line. I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways. Might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger.
Way easier said than done.
The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard. Pass leads to second. You're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And as a defender, if you come with 2 interceptions in a game, that's pretty rare in the NFL. You might see one guy a weekend do that, but you have 2 in the first quarter.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And as a defender, if you come with 2 interceptions in a game, that's pretty rare in the NFL. You might see one guy a weekend do that, But to have 2 in the first quarter,
and that'll make it
something you don't
second
see
and
all
a
that
foot or
often.
so.
I have a feeling they'll think twice about throwing in his direction too often. When you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Second down, guys, first and 10. Over the middle, he gets it to Barrios. 6 for 6 here to start the ball down. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. He's got his guys first and 10.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Brady to throw on second down. And caught by Hogan for a Patriot touchdown. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes, and the Patriots add on to their lead.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. Big Ben and the Steelers with a first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Neither one of them knew the 20, so let's bring it back out here. Looks like when I switch to the main screen.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, got four down. Snickers, 66.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Hey, four down. Quarter.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. James has got it, complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Yeah, because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just 1 throw.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. This is Bell on the dump-off. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
Stand corrected. Cleveland be dangerous 15 to 10. Let's see if there's any other. That's a 15 to 10. Cleveland over Denver. Instead of being the win against the computer Broncos. All right.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Blue 30!
Maybe 30 inches.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Baltimore's deep in its own territory.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And now out come the Patriots. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 15.
All right. We are back in business. I think I got everybody muted. Nobody's saying anything in the chat, so I have no idea, but we'll keep rolling. Okay, Tampa Bay has now moved to Baltimore's 44. They're making headway. New England's still on the 7. We will switch to the Baltimore-Tampa Bay game for the time being. After this Axe Gold Rush commercial. Does anybody even wear Axe anymore? Alright, looks like no gain on that 1st and 10, so we're going to have 2nd and 10, still on the 44-yard line. I'm going to try and make the stream a little bit better. It's concerning. I must have a lot going on in my house right now. Okay. So we're going to prioritize that. 2 hours. Save. Okay. Oh, looks like Tampa Bay just got inside the 5-yard line down to the 4 while I was prioritizing my internet, see if it improves the stream a little bit. So it looks like a blurry mess on YouTube as I watch it with about a 7-second delay. On rush play, Paul really needs to move here if he's going to get some points before half. Not really sure. We tuned in late, so I'm not sure who got the ball first. I'd imagine it was Baltimore. So maybe he can turn this into a game if he can score here, get the ball back at halftime, score there, and we'll have a game on our hands. I'm going to throw the bubble screen to Godwin. Got down to the 1. Oof. Suggs. Old man Suggs still playing his heart out. There it is, Cameron Brate on a fullback power. That was a great play. Was not expecting that. Meanwhile, New England just punted the ball back to Pittsburgh. Still 17-0 in that game. On their own 23, we're getting ready to go back to the two screen, if you will. Makes it 20-7 with 36 seconds to go in the half for this Baltimore-Tampa Bay game. Let's bring it back out to the dual screen game. All right.
But it-
Own 40 and own 36 between these two games, so we'll keep it here on the dual screen. But Le'Veon Bell is going to get up to the, looks like the 25-yard line, 35-yard line. So we'll move there.
and screens. Le'Veon Bell's a full.
Three wide receiver set. James tight end out to the right. Bell alone in the backfield. He's going to pass block. Patriots are all over that wide receiver screen to Juju Smith-Schuster. Ooh, and Tampa Bay has picked it off with 5 seconds to go as the Baltimore Ravens were getting aggressive, trying to get that touchdown back before the half. Playing aggressive in this league will get you killed. Gotta be patient with the ball. Sending a tweet real quick. Roethlisberger's going to go down back at Patriots 47. That is going to knock them out of the range that we would be at for a red zone broadcast. So we're going to take it back out to the dual screen. Right, got not one, but 2 Axe commercials going on right now. That's exciting. Too bad some association doesn't get paid for that. Baltimore hits a nice post route down the middle of the field. That's crazy. Usually cover 3 eats that alive, but no such luck there. Baltimore's on the move. So is New England, coming out of their own 20 after a touchback. Feel like Ravens are getting a little bit too aggressive again. Might cost them the ball. See what happens. See, if you adjust your settings in the stream, it actually is streaming at 720p, running smoothly. If that changes, please let me know. Alright, Lamar Jackson rolling out to the left. He's going to take off down the sidelines. Big shocker there. And on the other side, we got Dorsett up the sidelines into the 16. Both of these teams may be in the red zone soon. My apologies, correction. New England is in the red zone, so we'll switch to that game real quick.
Ability is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's hit on his first 9 passes now.
Up the middle to the 13. Switch that up, keep an eye on. Ravens are just outside the red zone at 24. Looks like Hurst and Baltimore just went down, so injury timeout there. Both teams are in the red zone now. Let's switch back to dual screen so we can watch them at the same time. Brady dropping back. He's got Chris Hogan for a touchdown. New England just lighting it up as they usually do. Danny Etling, I think oh no, that is Tom Brady at quarterback. I thought Tom Brady was hurt. He is apparently back. And we got roughing the kicker on Pittsburgh. Must be a frustration penalty there. So now that Patriots are out, let's go to the Ravens-Tampa Bay game there in Baltimore. So after that running play, Baltimore gets it up to the 14-yard line. Playoffs are shaping up to be interesting. Gonna run through those seedings as they sit right now. Got Lamar Jackson on option. He's not going anywhere. Levante David sniffs it out. The wonderful tackler that he is, and looks like we're gonna have a Baltimore field goal if this is true. 23-7. Both teams come back out of the red zone, giving their oppositions the ball. Alright, so since we're not in the red zone anymore on either stream, let's run through these seedings for a playoff race. First of all, AFC, got one of the teams you're watching right now, New England Patriots, number 1 at 11-2. Cleveland Browns, surprising turnaround for them. They're in the 2 seed at 11-3 after that big win they had against the Broncos today, 15-10. Kansas City Chiefs sitting solid. I think they've been there all season long in third place, third seeding. Houston Texans absolutely dominating the AFC South, but have the Jacksonville Jaguars nipping on their heels, one game splitting them with their new owner Robert Drake, who seems to be pretty good, but ultimately lost to Washington today. Miami Dolphins didn't mean to skip them, but Miles has that team up there, and they're 9-4, splitting the game against New England. So if they win out and New England loses its last 2, which it doesn't look like it's going to, after there's a pick and a touchdown from New England, Pittsburgh has really lost its way and is now down 30-0 with 1:17 to go in the second quarter. Baltimore 23-7. Tampa Bay still trying to work that first down in there off on their own 28. 3rd and 7 there. On the bubble teams in the AFC, we have the Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, and Colts. Colts all but out of it, as the Buccaneers almost throw a pick there. Pittsburgh returning it to their own 26. Tampa Bay will punt the ball. I'm sure Paul has to be frustrated. It's been a battle with him building that Tampa Bay team. Jameis Winston didn't get the best ratings this year, but he's a baller, and I would never count him out. Our first 5 won 3 Super Bowls, so Fitzgerald now definitely getting my my text message to turn his commentary off. Appreciate that, Fitch. Thank you so much. If you actually just go to on field, you can adjust that for anybody. He's obviously not watching the stream, but I appreciate him doing that for me. He's been featured a time or two here. So okay, looking over to the NFC, tight playoff race between all 6 of these teams. New Orleans is 11-2, first seed, 4-0 in their division. They are looking impressive, but Breeze did just go down. Alex Collins is going to go. I think that's Alex Collins. No, Alex Collins has been traded. Who is that? Oh, that's Carson. Carson straight up the middle to pretty much put the icing on the cake. Both of these games are out of hand at the moment, 30-7 and 31-0. Anyway, moving back to the playoff races. The Los Angeles Rams in the second seed, 11-3. They are 2-2 in their division because that NFC, I call it the NFC best, but others would call it the NFC West. It is the Wild West is what it is, and it is hard to play there. I know this because I'm in it. Look at Le'Veon Bell trying to keep the pride alive for the Pittsburgh Steelers as they jump into the hurry up offense with a minute to go in the second quarter. Moving on, Green Bay Packers at 7-7. The NFC North is, for lack of a better term, and I'm sorry to say this, but a dumpster fire. Not a single winning record in the division at all. Seattle coming off that fire win from in San Francisco. They, if nobody knows the story, they were down. I think, if I remember right, I was in the game, but you know, it's a lot to remember. So they were down, I believe, 13 points with a little bit more than 3.5 minutes to go, ended up coming back and tying the game at 27-27. Glitch to my San Francisco 49ers on the first down, creates a sack. 2 plays later, there's a 3rd and 20 that was converted, but Booth reviewed it, and they overturned it, making it 4th and 20. We punted, and Dan and his spectacular Seattle Seahawks team went down the field, kicked a game-winning field goal, even with my icing. Game winner, beat me 30-27, and that's the last 2 teams in the wild card races, as the Eagles have lost today to the Rams. So as long as those 2 teams, if Seattle wins out, they could claim the division because they have a split with the Rams. If San Francisco wins out, they will undoubtedly, they would have to beat the Rams in the final week of the season. They could essentially have the division if they get the sweep over the Rams, but we would need a Seattle loss for that to happen. Maybe 2. So we'll see what happens. It's a tight race. That's just a glance. I don't know what the tiebreakers are going to be, but on the bubble teams are Philadelphia Eagles, Carolina Panthers, Arizona Cardinals, and the Atlanta Falcons are all but out of it, seeing that the Cardinals, Panthers, and Eagles are all 1 to 2 games ahead. So that gives you an idea of what to expect. And the Ravens are going to pick Tampa Bay off. They might return this. No, I don't think so. Alright, so we have a 30-7. These games are becoming quickly a snooze fest, and I'm running out of stuff to talk to you guys about. But we'll continue to scroll down the Data Leagues page as we watch these games unfold. That New England-Pittsburgh game, 31-0 in the at the end of the half. (30-7) in Baltimore. Tampa Bay must not like that cold weather there in Baltimore. We got injury timeout. Baltimore. Marshall Yonda is out. Maybe we can get an update on the screen here in a little bit for him. Cordarrelle Patterson out to New England's 28. Looks like New England's going to bring in the subs here, as they should. 31-0. You don't want to get Tom Brady injured. Receivers should come out too, but depending on your depth, I guess it's okay. He doesn't have Edelman there anymore. Hogan is a mid-level receiver. Barrios is a 73. Gronkowski's a shoulder tear. That's not good. I know Fichera is not going to like that at all. It's going to make it really hard in this playoff run if you can't have Gronkowski to lean on. But maybe Barrios will step up and be the man that they need him to be now that Edelman's out. Edelman is in San Francisco, to all of you that don't know that. Oh, we got the Chiefs and Chargers going live too. Maybe we'll switch that up. Got here, saw that in the chat. that's something we can update. Let's go look at Chief Mo's daughter's GoFundMe. See if we can get an update on that. And you guys have really been hitting Twitter hard. I really appreciate that. It's taking me a while to scroll to this. Let's see if we can, you know what, let's just go to Twitter itself. Still at $1,096 out of a $3,000 goal. 22 people in 15 days have raised that much. God bless all of you that are donating. I really appreciate that. As an admin to Sim Association, it means the world to me. Want to shout out to Rex Dixon. Even though he's not with the Madden community anymore, he gave us a nice retweet because he knows who we are. And I want to thank you, Rex. You have 22,000 followers, so I know this is being seen by a lot of people, and eventually we will get to that $3,000 goal. If you do want to share it, hashtag Maya Strong, M-A-Y-A Strong. Even just sharing it helps. You know, there was Alvin Gonzalez donated $200. And that's amazing. The last three have been $200, $50, and $30. So if you can give, please give that. They're not asking a lot. Mo's a firefighter, so he risks his life, you know, pretty much all the time. And if the world could give back to save his daughter's life, she's doing really good. She's in her second phase of chemo. So that's really good. All the prayers in the world, and if you can spare a little bit of money, please do so. Get that going for Mo and his daughter Maya, and if you can, we appreciate that so much. So I need to start doing a sign up for RedZone games. This one's kind of impromptu, so I wasn't expecting a lot of viewers. We got one right now. But I'm going to start signing up so we can get a little bit more league involvement. If you do want to be featured, I'm also going to I'm going to get with Hawk and put a play-by-play schedule out. So yeah, if that's something that you guys want to be involved in, and you want your game broadcasted live like this, please get with Hawk and me and your opponent. Definitely make sure your schedule works out first. That's going to be picked by the Patriots. Rudolph not doing much better. Devin McCourty has a free lane, and he's still going. Mason Rudolph is going to chase him out at the 35. Jeez. The Steelers team, I feel sorry for him. Just getting manhandled by the Patriots here. Heads up play by McCourty to wait for Gilmore to run ahead of him and get the block. Meanwhile, in the Tampa Bay game, we got 30-7 is the score there. We're going to try to stick around for the end of both these games. I'm just running out of stuff to talk about as Carson breaks it down the sideline. At this point in the season, a lot of these teams that have losing records are looking forward to the draft, which is okay. It's something to look forward to. Keep your head up. Sim Association is a grind. There's a lot of great competition here. Definitely a lot of great competition, and we're getting better every day. Added 2 new guys. Or 3 new guys essentially. Want to shout out to Robert Drake, the new Jacksonville owner, Dan, the new Seahawks owner, and Right Hero, the new Eagles owner. 2 out of the 3 lost their first game in the league, but I expect big things from all of them. Dan's been around Sim for a while. He runs 2 leagues, and he just wants to come here and be a player, which I fully support. And then the other 2, excuse me, the other 2 have been in sim leagues, but I don't think anything quite like ours. We have a pretty high standard here, and these guys are willing to learn it. That was a great run by James White there to get to the 16-yard line. We will switch to that game, even though it's a snooze fest. Probably have another Axe commercial here real quick. Oh, shocker. Axe Gold Rush. Not sure what a drill sergeant has to do with body spray, but go with the Etling. Enters the red zone on the 16-yard line. He's going to give it to Jeremy Hill. He's going to plow forward. Excuse me. Plow forward for a 4th and inches. I thought it'd be a first down. Kind of got robbed on the call there. The game wasn't out of hand. A little more closer, I'd probably challenge that spot. But Goskowski's going to put it through, and we have a 34-0 ball game here in Pittsburgh, where the backups are running wild. Back out to the dual screen. Tampa Bay's got the ball, and it's on 33. Looks like they are dripping clock with the run game, trying to just take their licks and get out of here. Baltimore is a tough place to play when you're at Baltimore. The team's hard enough, but especially when you're a Florida team trying to come north, that is not the best situation to be in. Stephon Gilmore is going to pick off another Pittsburgh pass. Sai has been telling me he's been telling us he's really having a hard time with this passing game this year and the run game. When you do that, it's just not really ever going to go well for you. Sai, if you need some help, brother, just let us know. We're all willing to help you out. I want to see everybody stick around Sim Association for as long as they can. I'm going to be honest, guys. As soon as this Tampa Bay-Baltimore game is over, I'm probably going to call it on this broadcast. I've pretty much covered and talked your guys' ear off for, let's see, how long we've been on here. Don't want time. I'm on here for 45 minutes now. I wasn't sure how this New England-Pittsburgh game was going to go, because we saw a frustrated Fachera against the Dolphins, but sometimes that carries over. But I was almost sure this Tampa Bay-Baltimore game was going to be a lot more competitive than it is, but sometimes that's the way the ball bounces, and you can't really control that. So we got some kind of delay on the stream. We're dropping packets like crazy. I think I just lost my internet. Wonderful.